Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Step inside. It's gonna fly, I assume. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the books. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Take off! After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. By the Underking! Never thought I'd saw like this again. Impossible. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea towards our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Sail now the skies. Yeah. Tremendous. Wow. Such freedom. Can't land anywhere, but such freedom. Oh, boost. Excellent. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, guys. You hear the angry hissing coming from Umdalhi all the way from your position. Ye think mayhaps the skies belong to years. Foolish. The skies and everything above and below belong to the astral born. Ye shall be smitten from his skies on his awakening. Now be gone! Fine, Jesus. Alright, so this is very nice and oh god. Oh, my beautiful wagon! What has happened? Oh, but it is you, my wonderful Nightwings, come to play a little trick on your good friend Manly, Oh, how very, very, very clever of you. And the damage you have caused my beautiful wagon doubtless is very, very minimal. Fear not, I can afford repairs. It is no inconvenience at all. Although I do have one request of you, to make amends, that is. When next we face each other in a right, I trust you know what I shall ask of you. But would you be kind enough to stand aside and let the chastity prevail? Then we shall call it even, and when I return unto the Commonwealth, I shall see to it that you or your loved ones there are very suitably rewarded. Now, ta-ta! Great talk, team. Y'all just like hanging out down there? That's nice. What's this? Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kalimer. Even the scribes themselves sought to avoid the place. Let us fly on. No fun allowed. Anything in the area around here that's like shining, you know. Don't see nothing. Cool. Alright, let's up here. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see big birch roots from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I am certain the big birch root must have left a strong impression on you all. She is not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of repairs. Yeah. What's here? Oh, thank you. The springs of Jumur have always flown forth from the crushed carapace of Bilathanius, the legend of whose demise is a rather sordid tale. Perhaps you have already read it in the book. Now, not all believe the book exists, of course, nor the greater titans, nor the rites. I have encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident rather than by a cunning trap laid for it by Jamur Manymane. They took the titan for a common beast. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locales such as this one to ensure they alone shall witness the proceedings. You soar near the border of the Sandfold, where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There is nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again. Wow. Alright, look around. Anyway, no, productive. Alright, well, I've overshot our destination. Hold on. Oh, no. My bad. It was here. We could land here. Pamantha says she can sway the coming right against the Pyre hearts in your favor here. Jody pressed an interest in exploring the pools along this route. Let's go this way. Page revealed. You touch down in the heart of the Jamur Valley, where you first faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Headwind confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature, and it still appears to be in reasonable shape. Faye managed to calm some of the drive imps prone to dizziness, or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out, and the rest of the crew got through the flight without complaint. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. The Yonder Crystal seeks Sir Gilman. What the fuck is this? Exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural laws, thus providing light entertainment. Oh, shit. Oh, there it goes. Alright, what's this? The so-called sing is the sound of countless screeching wheel mites. Tremendous. So y'all got enough light lately. Alright, let's read the book first, because there's a bunch of pages, I think, that we haven't... Oh my god. So much has opened in here, holy shit. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and I was well adorned. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plights. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. So over here. Yeah, for a second, lad. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so, we think, did they. We learned the title Witch, we earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Salim Mur, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both, then. Celestial landmarks. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them. Perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how is it that something can be shared, but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but sent me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. Okay. 9 triumvirates. At first I found it too much. Let me start this one again. At first I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill. But the Horned One, Myr, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked. In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Myr is stubborn, more than I. Now, herein, and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 triumvirates. For I am of this land, unlike the rest who wished to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise. Thus did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. Some of these pages are still shining. So, we the eight assembled together in the downside. We gave our freedom so that you may yet have yours. It is an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought they could take me anywhere, and they took me here, where I am bound. It is your charge to be free and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did, and build a new and great society. A free society with wings wide, spread wide for everyone. So why are you boys still shining? Can we change? We can change the pages. Mount Elodial. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Elodial involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportion. Jesus Christ. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensations that we felt, indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all of the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites, and felt together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Alright. What else we got over here? Okay. So, wait. Yes, this one. The Book of Rites. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Ark, whom we banished to the great beyond, for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters and the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Ark within their prison here, give them our thanks. Alright, great. We read it all. Wait, what's this? Keeps it from Black Basin. Cool. Gilman! Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts, is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim in the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like, though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us who are not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly. That's very brave of you, and you handle it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Wish him well. Well, wasn't that a touching interaction? Alright, let's go into the book. I would like to request of you a scribe trial. Gilman, you ask Sandra to administer. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself, though let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? No, we're just going in the book. Don't worry about it, dude. The apparition Sandra appears. Listen well, Worm, you answer to me here. As you will, your highness. Your highness. I like the sound of that, though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me, then, Worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Of course, your highness. This knight accepts this challenge. Alright. Okay, good start, good start. Perfect. Excellent. 30 damage, Jesus Christ. No. Oh, that's geometry. Okay. Oh, fuck, what a dive. So, I'm wondering when Volfred is gonna actually join in the rise, because we gotta get Tree Boy over there, right? Like, we gotta get one of them on our team sooner or later, and we only know one Tree Man. Well, one Tree Man that isn't part of another team. Fuck. Oh god, what a dive. Oof. It's okay. Can't figure out this on the other side of the wall. It's the perfect time to strike. Suckers. Oh, no, that's geometry. That's geometry right there. The hit in the book is so weird, I keep forgetting those letters down. Well, those shapes are geometry. Gotcha. You sucker. The trees don't really seem very useful, to be honest. They are good at zoning, I suppose. Like, look at this shit, though, right? Like, goddamn. We in there. Alright, easy peasy. Yeah. Whatever he said. Huzzah! This knight prevails. I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. What do we get for, Gilman? Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. Huzzah! What? By the scales of the Under King Orez, what is it you have? Orez's scale. Gilman jumps further than usual, plus 30%. That's pretty sick. The Under King laughed aside deep wounds and fought and fought and fought. Accept the reward. Excellent! Explore the glue hive. You end up spending part of the day with Jody, exploring the area surrounding your wagon. You learn this area used to be a swimming hole many years ago. These waters are poisonous, but the curs who gathered here, they swam regardless. Your lasting memory of this place is standing by the shore, imagining the feel of the water. As you head back in silence, you consider which of your vocations to pursue. Well, mentor companion. And I now know that I should mentor one of the others. We'll do Hedwyn. Sure thing. I appreciate the offer. Where to begin? You ask Hedwyn to explain to you in his own words the histories of the 8 scribes and speak to how their varied backgrounds form the basis of not just the rights, but of the Commonwealth. I used to think the scribes were just stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Let's see. Power casting. When he jumps into airborne adversaries, he banishes them. That's pretty fucking good. I can tell you I know much more about the scribes than before all this started. Great talk. Well, continue our journey. Spring of Jameer. I still like this scorpion, man. Just like Meteor landed right on him. What you? Oh God, we got more. We got 2 whole more pages. Hey, Jody. You find Jody seemingly deep in thought. You consider whether to even bother her. Your presence is not unwelcome, reader. Remain a moment, please. She stares at you for some time. I'm a little uncomfortable. Today marks the beginning of my 16th year in exile. You look back at her and remain silent. You sense that all she wants from you right now is for you to listen. I have kept count, put notches in this breastplate of mine for each passing day. Notice how much it has frayed? 16 years, reader. The orphans whom I fostered would be long since fully grown. Some of them were likely gone. Many of them spoke of how they longed to one day serve with me on the blood border. What's the blood border? The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The highway remnants seized upon it every opportunity from the cover of clouds or darkness. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder, if I were still captain, could I have protected them? Could I have made a difference? I think not. The Commonwealth and the Highway Remnant, they have fought eternally. Those such as I have come and gone throughout the age. I catch myself feeling pity for my years, but then, had I remained there on the blood border, it is unlikely I would have lived to see this day. She looks at you again. Do you know why they cast me down? I was a decorated captain. They said I was the best. She closes her eyes for a moment before she continues. One day, it was a standard patrol, but I ran across a pack of harp fledglings, fully armed and preparing for a strike, but all on their own. They were nothing for my regiment. We ensnared them all and took them in. A considerable prize. They were not yet conditioned and could be made to talk. When the order came down that they were to be executed, I could not bring myself. The Commonwealth, priding itself on mercy, committing such acts through one such as me, it was unconscionable. So I thought then, at least in my younger years, I let the damn birds go, made no claims as to the contrary, and turned myself in. I was cast down the following week, 16 years ago. Thus, my enemies had the last laugh in that exchange. If I were faced with the same choice again today, I do not know for certain that I would have chosen just the same. Now then, I shall go and mark this occasion as I have always done. Be well, reader. She heads out of the wagon, alone. Alright. Well, we know why she's down here. As good a reason as any.